Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. 8:30 we tuning in.
I've got a feeling there is a vibe. I'm not sure if it's real or if it's a figment of my imagination. But it's a warm, gentle breeze that flows through the studio. Good evening to you wherever you are. It's your boy JC on a Thursday. It's the 4th of the 4th, 24. Not sure whether or not there's any celestial significance to it. I don't know. But somebody says to me, SAS is celebrating 80 years as an institution of learning. I wonder what good thing could come out of SAS. I'm going to leave that alone. That same question was asked when it came to Jesus. What good thing could come out of you know where? We're getting ready for King of the Grill, and it's your boy JC on a Thursday night with his wingman yet again, Godfrey Augustine. Godfrey, it is Thursday night. We are here. And I'm saying early, I'm taking no prisoners and I'm taking no responsibility for that which I may say, whether knowingly or unknowingly. I leave it like that. What's up?
I don't have a clue what you just said.
That's the problem. That is the problem right there. You see, folks, therein lies the problem.
I mean, this is a clear, a perfect case of mouth open words.
I am not taking responsibility for what I may say deliberately or otherwise. Because there's some things I will say tonight. For example, when we think back of character and a whole lot of the mumble jumble that took place, some might say, why did you have to say that? I'm not taking responsibility for it. But seriously, what's up?
No, but the excitement is growing. I passed through St. Andrew over the weekend, and bro, I was bombarded by people in my hometown, Tivoli.
Right.
Who taking part, who gonna be there, who is gonna be there. Because the bottom line is, Joe, when I speak to my people, they listen. They hearken to my words.
You give me a headache.
They hearken to my words.
Yeah? And what's your words to them? What exactly are your words to them?
We are coming out in our numbers. We are coming to make not just a statement, but a speech.
Yeah? That speech is all part of SAS's 80, yeah, it's your anniversary now. SAS is celebrating 80 years as an institution.
And we have 80 more to go.
You have 80 more to go.
We're moving up.
Well, of course, you're all playing catch up with GBS, so I could reasonably understand why they're going up. It is catch up.
You provide so much humor for me that,
I'm happy I can make you laugh.
But nevertheless, bro, the excitement is real. King of the Grill. Strange enough, King of the Grill, 12 years and counting. And it seems like every year the time comes around, that excitement, that anticipation.
Yeah.
I mean, it just continues to mount. And it's a beautiful feeling, and I'm super excited.
It's interesting when you see the progress we've made over the years.
Oh, yes.
King of the Grill first started. Somebody was like, you guys are starting early this year. And then I had to remind them, hello, King of the Grill was always about the Easter when we first had it at Quarantine Point. Over the years, for varied reasons, it has been forced lower down into the calendar year. But so we are anticipating Godfrey progress back 4th of May. Sunshiny day, grills blazing. We are going to have a bump of a time. And they say to me, I've spoken to the boys upstairs. The gods have spoken. Yea to you, Joseph. It's going to be a sunshiny.
Let me tell you something. Someone called me yesterday. Actually, I was driving in the Grandhouse, and I was forced to answer the phone, and I had to make sure that there was no.
You broke the law?
Officers around. No, I didn't break the law.
What did you do? What did you do? I had the phone rang. Tell me. The phone
and rang. There was someone with a very concerned voice on the other end. How you know there was
a concerned voice? So what did you do?
I listened.
So while in traffic?
Yeah, I listened.
Yeah, Mr. Commissioner, I hope you're hearing that.
No, man. Now, you see, you don't understand the technology. You're a little
Bluetooth?
behind. Well, I can't expect anything less from a blank bullet. I mean, you're behind, bro. You can program this thing. It rings a couple times. Whatever you program it, and it answers itself.
So Bluetooth technology.
Yeah,
Okay.
and someone in a very concerned voice says to me, bro. You know, you all having King of the Grill the same day with Spice Must launch, and they're like, I mean, they were seriously concerned that Spice Must launch really don't stand a chance.
So they probably should have called. Why they call you then?
Me call me for what?
They probably should have called Cecil.
Let me tell you something. No.
Boy says
King of the Grill. It's like a magnet. It's going to pull everything in its part of the road.
I think King of the Grill, the way the King of the Grill has unveiled itself in recent time, in over all the years, is a testimony to the strength of the product. It has its own brand, and one of the guys he said, listen, King of the Grill has its own following. It has its own fans. People that's looking forward just for the event. Whether or not there is kind of a lunch or not, it's an event that we can appreciate and we support it, but certainly you can really. They say when you're in big parish, it doesn't matter what's happening any other part of the globe.
No, but of course, I mean the big parish is big parish, and you know big parish is big parish. You can't go wrong at all.
You can't go wrong.
No, not at all. So it's going to be massive. You know, it's going to be massive. You know, when you think about the surrounding villages, surround Progress Park. I mean, these are people.
So let me ask you, because I don't know St. Andrew. I don't know St. Andrew. Right, so name to me some of the adjoining villages. I'm going to name Pearls and Telescope. I'm going to name Paraclete.
But I just there. I mean,
well, I don't know, so I'm saying I'm just giving you what I know.
Them on the Bungry. I mean, okay, so if we go in further north, so we live Progress Park. Of course, you have the Upper Paradise, Dunfermline, Pearls, area we call Moya, Conference, Tivoli, and of course Tivoli is one of the largest villages in St. Andrew. You know, so actually there are two conferences, so to speak. There's Lower Conference and there's Upper Conference.
Really?
There's a conference between Moya and Tivoli, and then there's a conference between Tivoli and La Poterie.
Who complicated that?
No, that's not complication.
Really?
What is so complicated about that?
Okay, for the purpose of this conversation, we'll assume that there's no
that I don't know.
So there's
what
two separate conferences.
I don't know what the complication is.
Well, I guess
it's all part of Tivoli.
All part of Tivoli.
Yeah, it's all part of Tivoli.
Yeah.
So so yes, La Poterie, and you can go further. You have areas like and we're talking about areas that can come and down. So River Sally, Montrose,
right.
Then you go to the other side, Hermitage, Upper St. John, Blaise, and you come around to Paraclete again, Lafayette, Cadrona, Lakabeke, and so you're coming around now.
You actually know all those places?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? You have friends in those areas?
I went to SAS. Yeah, I know people there. I
didn't ask you if you go to SAS. Why are you introducing SAS in the conversation?
Yeah, but SAS, Progress Park, this is a central area we're talking about. So everything surrounding there,
right.
That's my territory.
Well, once you're on SAS, celebration, 80 years.
Yeah.
SAS is St. Andrew. St. Andrew is SAS. Is that a reasonable way to summarize the relationship?
Yeah. I mean, we work with that. I mean, SAS is SAS. I mean, SAS is everything. SAS is Grenada. I mean, SAS is...
No, I think you're losing your bearings now. You're losing your bearings.
No, I'm not.
You get a bit excited when you say SAS is Grenada.
Yeah. SAS
is St. Andrew. I can live with that. But how you reach out to St. Andrew? SAS is Grenada.
St. Andrew's Grenada.
St. Andrew's Grenada?
Yeah.
Next Saraka tomorrow inside of River Sally?
Yeah, of course. I mean, hey, this is one of the biggest soccer events. And let me tell you something. Know your role. It's not soccer.
What is it?
Salaka.
It's what?
Salaka.
Salaka, how is it spelled?
I didn't tell you Salaka.
What is
I tell you Salaka.
Saraka. Well, slow down now. I say Saraka.
Slow down for what?
Well, I'm not hearing you.
Get into the culture. Salaka.
Salaka.
Yeah, that's right. Put that L. Remove the R with the L. I don't know where this R come out,
Say Salaka.
Salaka, yeah.
Okay.
Doc go tell you that. It's Salaka. You know Saraka thing. That is... colonial thing.
Okay, so it's salaka.
Yeah, you cut your blugger, your fig leaf, you put it on the ground, you put your food, you sit on the ground, you eat, you lick your finger, you drink your toddy. You know what toddy?
Toddy? I have no clue. What's that? Well, tell me, rearrange my ignorance. Listen, you don't understand.
You know what toddy, right?
I am a southern. I'm a tongue boy.
Listen, let me tell you something.
What's a toddy?
We culture is on Friday, not Thursday. We on Rock the Box.
Well, rock and tell me.
Wait, what does have? You want to have two-week culture program in 1 week?
King of the Grill is on his way. GBN is going to be over there tomorrow. We'll be covering it end to end. And then Grenville Grillers, we are going to be inside of Grenville tomorrow evening.
Question. So did I see you talking to Hess in one of last week when you went out? Were you talking to Hess?
You have a problem with that?
No. I just wonder what Hess is on barbecue. I mean, I know Hess is a mealy parang man.
Well, maybe he wanted to make a meal. He wanted to make a meal on the barbecue.
Next thing, Hess make meal in the barbecue.
Well, listen, let's wait until Christmas and see exactly what happens. Godfrey, folks, there's so much we want to talk about. We're going to open up the telephone lines because we continue to be this argument. No, sorry. It's not an argument. It's a conversation, yeah, that Godfrey wants to develop into an argument as to
me.
Yes, you. What are you? Because you're the only one that seemed to hold on to that school of thought that St. Andrew people, Grenville people, Malabe people could do a better barbecue than any one of my boys in town. But before you get to that, I want you to gather your thoughts carefully. You remember the movie 300? When the messenger came and he said, choose your words carefully. Because I want you to choose your words carefully because...
I don't know. I just want it on a point of order. I just want to correct you. I want to, according to, we used to say that, I want to rearrange
my ignorance.
You said that I think we are better at barbecue.
Or anything that, when it comes to the culinary art form, as a matter of fact.
Everything.
Folks,
simply put, everything.
I mean, roasting breadfruit and potato and those, there's no special skill to that, Godfrey. I mean, that's what you're staking claim to?
No skill to what?
Roasting breadfruit and...
Joseph, let me tell you something. What you actually doing, you're just exposing the nakedness of St. George's when it comes to the food business.
No, we have crackers and
because to sit here and say that there is no skill when it comes to roasting breadfruit, clearly,
tell me what
you don't have a clue.
Tell me what is the skill, Godfrey, in roasting a breadfruit.
Let me tell you something. Last week, I told you, in the words of who he named, and I called somebody else, I don't need his permission to tell you that.
What's that?
I cannot blame you I cannot hold you at fault for what you don't know.
Ignorance of the law has never been an excuse.
I cannot blame you
for
what you don't know.
That's why I'm giving you an opportunity to rearrange. And that's why listen, I know you have these great anticipations and expectations when it comes to King of the Grill, the 4th of May. I just wanted to dampen your expectations a bit. Yeah? I'm not sure what you think you know, or you assume that you know, or you anticipate will take place. And I want St. Andrew people, I want your people to represent. Here's what, 15 grillers. I only coming up with one from St. George. I want all the 14 to be from St. Andrews. And the neighboring village.
No, clearly we're doing that. We're going to do that because... King of the Grill is coming to St. Andrew, and so we are going to participate and we are going to show that St. Andrew understands the importance of supporting and being part of one of the biggest family entertaining event in Grenada. That's all.
That last line, I would agree with you on that. There's so many. We also have to say a special shout out to our sponsors. I mean, perennial sponsor Maggie. I mean, Godfrey. They have done, yeoman service. They have been with us through thick and thin all the years.
Oh, definitely. I mean, King of the Grill and Maggie is one. I mean, they're inseparable, so to speak. And I think I said last week, the Maggie brand has actually changed the way food tastes. It has enhanced it in every possible way. And I mean, there is no, and folks, listen, you don't have to accept what I say, you know.
Right.
Just try it. I mean, we have some of
what do you have over there?
We have some of the Maggie brands. In fact, what we have here is the Maggie coconut milk, and that's the liquid coconut milk. So, folks, you can try that. Those of you who love your oil down, this is an excellent option for your oil down Maggie. And this is just one of the many products. And when it comes to the seasonings, you know, it's just superb.
So you have Maggie coconut over there?
We are over there.
I've got, let me see. Maggie chicken noodle. Who doesn't know chicken noodle? Who doesn't? I mean, quite honestly. When you talk about brand.
No. Listen, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
You have chicken noodle. And you see, you have to make that differentiation.
Right.
Because I see chicken noodle, but what makes the difference is Maggie. So you cannot just say you have chicken noodle.
So I must say Maggie. Right. So sorry,
now
sir.
You're catching on.
My humblest of apologies. I profusely apologize.
No, it's important. It's very and folks, this is serious. This is serious. It's very important to always make the distinction, because this is what separates the sheep from the goat.
Okay, there are other noodles out there.
Yeah.
And they're just noodles. They're not Maggie.
They're not.
So you're not cooking if not with Maggie.
But you learn fast. I just and that's my confusion with you.
What's that?
You seem to have that ability to pick up things quickly. You just can't seem to pick up that in St. Andrew we are the best. I don't know why.
I'm a politician.
I don't know if you're trying to save face or what is you trying to say. But I mean, I do believe you have that ability to pick up things very, very quickly.
So there's Maggie. Thank you to Maggie. And Maggie you can find throughout. I don't think there's a supermarket, a little corner shop.
Everywhere.
Where you can't find Maggie.
You find Maggie everywhere. And let me tell you something. You mentioned corner shops and supermarkets, but let me tell you, one of the things I know, one of the places where you find the most Maggie is in the kitchens, you know, people's kitchen.
Well, I thought that was the only place you found it.
People's kitchen.
So you have Maggie in other parts of your house?
Hello? No. I was making reference, as you said, you can find it in little shops and everywhere. And this is so, but I'm saying to you, you probably would find a lot more Maggie in people's kitchens where they.
Yeah, I understand that, but I was asking you if you use Maggie outside of the kitchen. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I have a Maggie chair, I have a Maggie TV.
So you told us a Magnum TV was actually a Maggie?
Listen, don't let me start to expatiate.
I suppose a Magnum TV you had.
It's a Maggie.
It's a Maggie.
You see, I don't understand. Usually, in some words, when you see it speaks to singular.
I'm listening.
And you know the I, where you don't have the S, the I and thing takes on the plural form. Like, for example, you hear things like, when you speak in a little math, you talk about the radius. Where's the plural?
Well, listen, I was watching some video on YouTube, and they were using some English words. So there are those that takes the traditional plural form, and then the irregular ones, and you start thinking, boy, the English language could be real.
No. Let me tell you something. Be careful with English, you know. Mess you up, you know.
It will. I mean,
according to boys, he put you in the doghouse. English, if you don't understand it, he put you in the doghouse.
Oh,
but of course, yes, Maggie, the Maggie King of the Grill, and we do have our other partners who, and the thing is, it works so well. When you look at some of the other partners, for example, we have Green Paper Products, the range of paper towels. We have the Horizon paper towel. Kellon, come put that camera. There we go.
Right.
So we have the Horizon paper towel. We also have the Royal paper towel. And folks, all of these are manufactured right here in Grenada.
Right here?
Right here in Grenada at Grenada Paper Products and Maurice Bishop Highway.
We're in Maurice Bishop Highway. Rearrange me. I'm a Grandin's boy. Tell me where.
Where?
I'm asking you.
Hey,
I probably have no idea.
On the stretch.
Stretch my imagination a bit then.
On the stretch.
But where on the stretch?
After you leave Sugar Mill. And you're going down the road.
Right.
Yeah, you know you have 2 lanes, right?
Yeah.
So it's not the down lane, the up lane.
The up lane.
The up lane.
Right. Is that
just before your folks Rubis? Yeah, just before Rubis, you see that big sign there, Grenada Paper Products. So this is where the factory is located, and this is where this is manufactured. So you have the Horizon paper towel, you have the Royal paper towel, and let me see the one you have there.
I've got
Quick and Easy.
I've got Quick and Easy.
You also have the Quick and Easy. So these are, and let me tell you folks about this. If you notice, now it's important to always pay attention to what you're purchasing, because you're spending hard-earned money that you work hard for.
Right.
Now a roll of Horizon paper towel, or as a matter of fact, a roll of any paper towel from Grenada Paper Products contains 100 sheets of 2-ply towels. So there are 100 sheets on this roll. Each roll contains 100.
And if I get one that doesn't have 100, what happens?
You make sure that you would get one with 100.
So the one that has less, what happens? If I find one. If I find one,
I'll give you an extra one.
An extra one.
An extra roll, yeah.
Okay.
Feel free, I challenge you to open and you can count it and you can look at the quality as well. And I'll tell you folks, you can go to any supermarket.
This one has 99.
Yeah, because you used one. You used one.
I know I wasn't wrong. I know there was one with 99.
I see you use it with my own mouth. You use one. No, but it's important. You get better quality, and of course the value. It's excellent. When you compare, let's say a roll of Horizon or Royal or Quick and Easy with what else you see, folks, I want you to note and pay very close attention when you go to the supermarket. Just look at the sheet count. Look at the sheet count, because that's important. Look at the sheet count on the roll. All right, and I can guarantee you would see 75 sheets, 60 sheets, 80 sheets, and you would realize that they cost you a little more. Now, another very important thing, Joe, that I want people to pay attention to is the inner core. Do you see that piece of cardboard you see inside there? Now, sometimes you go to the supermarket to get a roll of this, and you would see one that looks all like in the gym,
right? All
pumped up. But what I ask you to do, just to turn it sideways like this and look at the inner core and compare it to this. Now, the inner core of the Paper Products brand is standard. But what you notice, some of the others, the core is enlarged. So you have less sheets on an enlarged core, so it makes the roll look like if it's a big roll, when it should in fact is a little roll.
Optical illusion, things that are often what
That's right. But it's important that we pay attention to things like this.
Okay.
Because when you have to spend hard-earned money, you want value. You want to make sure that you get your money's worth. Okay. So look for Horizon, look for Royal, look for Quick and Easy. They're available at shops, they're available at supermarkets around the island.
And then of course you do come with the
we come into that. So we talking King of the Grill, you know. Now, King of the Grill, barbecue and whatever else. Now, it's important to have your paper towel because you need to do your cleaning, you need to wipe, you need to do everything. You can't go wrong. And you don't want to go using a piece of cloth that you're going to be using over and over, so you wipe away maybe some bacteria on your table or where your counter over using, and then you take the same cloth and you come and you wipe again. So instead of removing the bacteria,
you transfer to one place at all.
Spreading it. But when you tear off one sheet from this paper towel, you wipe and you dispose of it. So it keeps your area clean at all times. Excellent perforation. You can see those little
You're in the factory where they make these?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're part of the production process?
Yes, very much indeed.
Very much indeed.
Very much indeed. So, pay attention, folks. Look at what you're purchasing. I cannot tell you what to purchase, but what I can tell you is that I am sure you would want to get value for your money.
And that's
so check your sheet counts, because it means if you're going to compare a roll with 100 sheets compared to a roll with 75 sheets, clearly you're not getting value. And compare the prices. Compare the prices.
And you stand by your product.
Definitely. Definitely, man. I'll put anything on the line for that.
We'll put anything on the line. You're going to put the fact that St. George's chicken from a grill in St. George. Well,
and you would realize that all the folks in St. Andrew, they support local. So
Right.
they support the products, they use the products from Grenada Paper Products. Our napkins, quick and easy. Now this one, you have 100 napkins in this. 100 napkins. In fact, they come in different sizes. So you have the packs of 100, you have a pack of 50, and you have a larger pack of 250 napkins in one pack. So you have options.
There is a whole lot of options.
And when you use this, folks, it's when it comes to hygiene, it is definitely more important, because you use it and you dispose of it. So you're not using it and come back and spread the germs, as we used to say, all over the counter again. No way, that's not how it works. And of course, our grillers, this is what they'll be using. The brands from Grenada Paper Products, the Royal, Horizon, Quick and Easy Paper Towel, and napkins.
And certainly as a griller, as a participant, you'll get Maggie products,
of
some
course.
of the Grenada Paper Products.
Yes, you'll be getting...
Also, one of our sponsors, we must say thanks to them for being on board again, is Rubis.
Yes,
you get
indeed.
going, you get Rubis, and you get going, keeping the flames alive.
Oh, yes.
So they're also on board with us for another year. We say thanks to them. So thanks also to the Grenada Bottling Company. They've come on board to make sure that, and I think this more and more corporate Grenada is realizing, because King of the Grill is a family, is that authentic family fun-filled experience. I was saying to somebody recently, when we started King of the Grill, the idea was just to find common reasonably roadside grill, as we call it. But now you're realizing that we have awakened the appetite of individuals who have more gifted culinary styles. I was saying to someone, there was a year, I don't know if you remember, when there was a team that flew in from Jamaica to participate in King of the Grill. They won, the judges decided that, and they flew out. And that was all interested. They said they keep saying this promotion, and they decided, you know what, this year we are going to Grenada for King of the Grill. They flew in, won, they were back out as though nothing happened.
No. It's King of the Grill has become a staple. And one of the important things, especially for our partners, is that, of course, you also want to get value. You want to put your brands out there. And when you have an event that accommodates, 5,000 people, in one area, I mean, definitely the visibility that you're getting, because our partners, they have the opportunity to do their branding. There'll also be a lot of specials going on. So, for example, the paper products, you'd get specials where the products are sold at special prices, and that happens only on that day.
Right,
so ordinarily you would not get the kind of specials that you would get at King of the Grill. Maggie, they would have specials. All our partners, they would have specials on their products. So folks, you can come, walk with a little extra dollar in your pocket, so you can take advantage of the specials that will be offered on the day.
Another truth to be told about King of the Grill, when you come to King of the Grill, you should not be worried about how late you get home, because you have no reason to be cooking on a Sunday when you have that wide expanse of availability of food. So come prepared. The only thing you're allowed to do on the Saturday is to wake up, get some of your basic house chores sorted out. You get a cup of hot chocolate or bush tea or bush or whatever it is you want to drink, and make your way. Progress Park.
Well, I mean, one of the things too, Joe, King of the Grill is on May 4th. Remember, May 1st is a public holiday. So the folks have that day to organize, put everything in place, and relax and just wait for Saturday.
And just wait for it.
Wait for the 4th. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Wait for the 4th, wait for it. We want to say special good afternoon, good evening to some for Rock the Box faithful. Hello, Lady Glennis. I see you locked in. I see Hannah is locked in. Who you? Everybody at West locked in where you are. Godfrey, we have a lot to talk about King in the Grill, but we take a commercial break. But when we come back, though, character. Gone, dusted.
Yeah.
The air, the dust has settled on the stage, on the tracks a bit. However, it has left up some of us in a sort of dark, dreary place. When we come back, we talk about that.
Well, about them officials and them that can't officiate.
Oh, those officials. Yeah, we talk about them when we come back. We're rocking the box on a Thursday night. I know we are literally going to rock the box tonight. We're going to keep it local, though. We'll be right back.
Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherished streets of Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
Are you a VIP? Have you taken the necessary steps to safeguard your child's health? Let's get it right. Get your child on their vaccination schedule. Our national protection and coverage is our national priority. Our actions will impact Grenada's health and wellness. Let's make childhood immunization and vaccination number one. I am Senator Jonathan Lacrette, and I am a VIP champion. Let's make all our children VIPs, vaccinated, immunized, and protected.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
On Saturday, May 4th, there will be a shift on the island as the biggest grilling fest in Grenada moves to the big parish. The Maggie King of the Grill competition is at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Come taste the most sumptuous creations from the grill as top chefs and food enthusiasts showcase their culinary skills. Maggie King of the Grill is a festival like no other with live soca music, fun attractions, and games for the entire family. Then from 6 p.m., get a chance to win up to $5,000 cash and bingo. Interested vendors and grillers should call 456-3454 to register before March 31st. It's the Maggie King of the Grill competition at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Gates open from 12 noon. Bring your appetite and stay tuned to this station for more details.
Have you heard about the new Softweave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Softweave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Softweave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box.
Welcome back. It's about JC on a Thursday. Good evening to you wherever you are. Those of you that's at home, relaxing on your couch, trying to chillax. Those of you that's in La La Land, or you're probably locked in somewhere on social media. Welcome to the program. My wingman Godfrey is with me. We're talking King of the Grill, but we have to just break away, just shift, table that for a while. Godfrey, I know the Prime Minister commented on it. Tourism officials, they were highlighting and commending the fact that tariff tax, it was for 2022 and for 2024, they were highlighting the positive economic spin-off. And there was no argument over that. I'm not getting over that. But I must tell you, it is all over and done, but I still vex. And I'm not sure if I vex because I've vexed since Intercall. Yeah, if I vex because, and I'm happy the same token that Grenada won one gold medal, and it was won by young Christoph who went to SAS. And that make me, I was happy and sad at the same time. But you know what really make me vex? The final race of the day. The 4x4.
Yeah, it was a sore point.
Travesty.
Yeah, I thought that. I mean, yeah, people make mistakes, but the officials dropped the ball. I think they dropped the ball.
So for those of you that's probably wondering, well, what is it that Godfrey and Joe speaking about officials dropping the ball? I know we appreciate the officials, they're human, and in the conducting their duties, we make errors. However, these things, their process is in place to remedy your error. So what we're going to show you now is footage of the final, well, what was supposed to be, there was another race. What was supposed to be the final day?
They split the race in two parts.
They split one race in two.
A and B.
So now we give you part A, which was the final race of Character 2024. The boys under 20. The boys under 20. This is the original, the first race that was run before they decide to match the whole thing up. Yeah? Master Control. Kellon, let's go.
Under 20 boys, 4x400 final.
Set.
Antigua, Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Bahamas, Grenada, Jamaica, Guyana, and Barbados. Grenada have the 400 champion on the opening leg. Gave them a fine start in qualifying today.
Guyana.
And he's looking to do that again tonight, the Guyanese. Javon Pinnock seems to be on the opening leg for Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago have stopped here. No, it's Kamaria Bygrave on the opening leg for Jamaica. Guyana and Jamaica. Barbados going well on the outside in lane 8 as well. The 400 champion, the 46-35 man, steps away to give Guyana a slight advantage over Jamaica. Brilliant run by the 800-1500 champion, and the officials getting caught in the way of some of the athletes there as Marcinia Rose takes the baton for Jamaica. The 400 silver medalist goes in front. Guyana in second. Terrific start for them. They're in medal position. Rose wants to leave with a gold medal, and he opens up the advantage for the Jamaicans. Barbados in third. They have a shot at the medal as well. St. Vincent and the Grenadines in fourth. Down the home stretch they come. Rose for Jamaica. Guyana, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Grenada following. Here they come. Javon Pinnock has the baton now for Jamaica. Paul started in the 400 final. Was on the third leg of the silver medal winning 4x100 team last night. Is this his moment of glory as he flies down the backstretch? The Jamaicans are well clear here. 3:05.68, the Carifta record. Pinnock still flying. Guyana still in second position. Barbados in third. St. Vincent and the Grenadines in fourth. Grenada not out of it yet. They are in fifth position. Here they come to the final change. It's Jamaica. They have, is that Jaquan Coke on the anchor leg? It is Jaquan Coke, you know. First we're seeing him for the Carifta Games. Well, second, he was in the 1500. Silver medalist in the 1500. Shocker seeing him on the 4x4 team, but the Jamaicans are so far clear. There's a mad battle on for the silver medal. Guyana holding that position. Grenada coming forward. Barbados there as well. St. Vincent and the Grenadines just off the pace. Coke is fighting and holding on for Jamaica. He is so far clear. He's not going to be caught. Guyana in second. Grenada in third. Barbados in fourth. Jamaica, Guyana, Grenada, Barbados. That's the way they go across the line. The Jamaicans sweep the 4x4s. The Grenadians have another medal to celebrate. Guyana with the silver medal. And Terry finished here. It is fitting, it is very fitting that we end the Carifta Games with the hosts on the medal podium and the #1 team in the region striking gold. That's how we finish for 2024.
Amazing performance there from Team Jamaica, sweeping the 4x4s at.
Now, you saw the race. You saw that which was supposed to be Godfrey, the final race. And you heard him say it was the final race of Carifta 2024. Oh, that's what he thought. And that's what he assumed. Now, folks, if you follow the race, I'm not sure if you were the meet, if you've heard the conversation. Grenada finished third. The race was finished, and there was a masterful, that final, they did the anchor leg, well executed by Team Grenada. Those guys did all of that. Only to realize, and guys, if you're looking at the start of the race, Jamaica was out front. Was anybody going to beat Jamaica? We're not going to get into that. Was Bahamas going to beat them? Was Trinidad going to beat them? That's a different conversation. The race starts, and if you're looking at the race, Kellon, you could always give us some covers. You notice that the first three, they were off. Bahamas, Jamaica, they were out front. And at some point, the Grenadian athlete on the opening leg.
Well, shortly after the race started,
there was a second gun. Yeah. Right? So he stopped. Even when he got down to almost the back end, heading to the back, the straightaway, he was still in a bit of, okay, what's happening? So the long and short of that, the gun went off. Some athletes heard that there was a second gun. They heard the gun was fired a second time. 4 teams took off. The other 3 decided, hello, we're not running. Or they decided not to run.
Well, I think, at that point, why run? You are already at a disadvantage. You're in a disadvantaged position, so why continue?
Whose fault is it, though?
Now, if there was a second gun, clearly, now, in any race, the firing of one shot means to go. When there's a second pistol, when there's a second shot, it usually indicates that it's a false start or some error. And usually, if it's an error, an official error, then you see a green card. The green card is issued to the field. Right. If it's a false start, then whoever it is, they get the red card or warning, whatever. So if there was a second gun, or a second
the race should have been recalled.
Yeah, the race should have been recalled, clearly. And it is... I don't know why it wasn't recalled, but whatever happened, it would be interesting to hear what the officials had to say. I have not heard. We basically hearing the lament of the Grenadian public, But for the athletes, I can tell you, it is a very difficult thing. Now, Joe, I had a similar experience some years ago, so I understand what the athletes would feel. When I represented Grenada at the Caribbean and Central American Games in Barbados, in my track and field years.
And that was back in 14 when? What year was that? 1490?
Yeah, just before Columbus discovered the...
Right, I just wanted to make sure we clear that.
Yeah, just before Columbus came to the Caribbean. Right. So I was participating in the triple jump. I was in going into the final jump, I was in 3rd place, so I was in the bronze medal position. And there were 2 Puerto Ricans. Now I cannot judge and cast anything, but there were 2 Puerto Ricans in gold and silver position. I recall when I was going up to the start line for my run into my final jump, my coach said to me, keep your head up because you're losing distance. And I listened and I went and I did exactly what I was told. And my final jump was 0.25 meters clear of, so I moved right into gold medal position.
However,
right? Then the official, I saw the red flag. Now my feet was not over the board because I know I did not step over the board, so I was clear. So when I inquired, and it was a Puerto Rican official, and he is saying to me that the stud from my spike scratched the track where I was, the run-up track. And I'm like, well, how is that possible? And I said, if that is the case, before we started the competition, the rules were explained. Nothing like that came in the rules, so why now are you telling me this jump is disqualified? So I won the triple jump.
Right.
But for whatever reason...
On some technicality.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that to say I understand how the athlete would feel
deflated
in a position like that. I mean, knowing you have it. I mean, when you look at the performance of this the guys, I mean, they ran... The first leg practically stopped. He stopped and started again and was able to run back into bronze medal position. I mean, to achieve that, and it is of, great significance. And, this evening, looking at the news, when I heard that the Grenville Credit Union stepped up to reward the athletes who represented Grenada, I felt really great. That was a wonderful, big parish again. So, I don't know, but somehow, I don't know if you recall, I think it was at the last Carifte Games here, another official had in one of the, I think it was middle distance, maybe 1,500 or 3,000. I don't remember the exact race. But the official had them run an extra lap. But however, the guy who won, he knew because he was counting, and he stopped when he finished his race, and he did not continue.
But so this,
and the official allowed the rest of the field to make an extra lap.
At this level, Godfrey?
Yeah, but you see, look, I don't want to say much because usually when you speak, people always tend to have issues. But I'll tell you this. There are so many people. There are so many people in Grenada who understand this sport very well. But you realize, like in a lot of other things, there is the clique. And I like the word cabal. I like that.
You just want to go after the cabal?
Yes, and it within there, you have your people who you, whatever the case is.
But Godfrey, even if that would be the case, and that would be your point of view, even if we go back to what happened on the day itself. The Trinidadians, once the race was ended, they protested. So there's a management team, and the options were, and I've been duly informed. Option one, you can decide that either you could have decided to challenge it. Okay, if it is held, you would have given 45 minutes later, you would have given an opportunity to rerun the race. Or Trinidad decided, okay, let them do a time final now. That was the final decision. And here's the disadvantage. You are now running to beat the time of those that went before you. But the challenge to it, where Grenada was always at a disadvantage, because he started, he stopped,
well, Joe,
I'll tell you
this.
Where was the team? Where's the management team?
Personally, as far as I am concerned, right, the 4x4 ran off. It was completed. Winners were declared. Whatever you do after that is your affair. You are not going to take away my medal.
And
I ran a 4x4. I placed third. That bronze medal belongs to me. And jump high, jump low. My medal is mine. A run for you. Whatever. If you want to find other medals for the other people, all well and good. That is not my affair. But I came third. My medal is mine, and that's the bottom.
You know what's the irony? It happened at home. Could you imagine if it happened somewhere else? You could have always argued. But I'm saying at this level, I mean, that's not the sort of incompetency that you're expecting. If the race has to be recalled, I'm assuming the officials...
But what about all the other officials around the track? Couldn't they have indicated to the runners out front that they need to stop, the race needs to restart?
The reason of the red flags? Because the officials around the field, if they raise the red flag, it would indicate to the field, okay, they would realize that something has gone amiss. It then begs the question as to whether or not, remember the officials, the organizers, Godfrey, and that's the reverse argument. They were talking about the flutes, the vuvuelas, and all of these instruments, this noise-generating instruments that is brought in that should not have been in the stadium, but for some reason I heard a lot of them. Remember there's an argument at the start of the race, silence. Is that a culture that we yet to learn to appreciate, or is this what it takes at character for us to realize, hello, international standards must be met, quiet means quiet?
Let me tell you, Joseph, there are some things that, and of course cultures are different, all right? And there are some things that it would be very difficult to control. How do you tell a Grenadian going to Carif the Games right here in our national stadium, Kirani James National Stadium?
No, Godfrey, I hope that's not where you're going.
Right? How do you tell them that they cannot celebrate in a manner that they would like to? Now the point is, and I understand very well. And let me tell you, I understand very well the distraction a lot of the noise can cause, because when an athlete gets to his mark, this is the most nervous point
he gets into a zone
in the race. I mean, you going there, and I mean, you are nervous to the point where sometimes you actually shaking, and all you're waiting is just to hear that gun, because you want this thing to be over with. It's very nerve-wracking, you know.
Right.
So I can understand the noise, and maybe sometimes the noise helps. I don't know.
What we were told, officials said from the beginning, we've had this conversation as part of the build-up to the games, that when the race is about to start, for some reason, Grenadians seem to believe, to be convinced, that when the race is about to start is the point you get most boisterous.
Well...
and I don't think you would agree with it.
And let me tell you, and you have to look at the thing from different sides.
There's no different sides, Godfrey.
I recall, listen to me, at my last Carif Games, in Barbados.
In 1498.
Yeah. There was nine athletes represented.
Right.
9 athletes. The final event, well, aside from the 4x4, was the javelin under 20. I was competing there. I was not able to finish the triple jump because I damaged my ankle. So I could not finish in the final. So I had to stop. And nobody else got a medal.
Right.
Nobody. So the team did not get the medal. And I'm final event for me. My final Carif Games. And I decided I would do whatever it took to win a last medal.
Right.
And I went out there, and I remember looking to where the little Grenadian contingent was.
Small as it was.
And I tell them, I said, listen, when I am about to show, I want to hear Olia. I want to hear you out. So I'm saying that to say sometimes it is a form of motivation to sort of spawn your athletes to
motivate them when they are off and running, not when they're waiting
No, and I don't disagree. No, I'm not disagreeing.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing at all. I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes you have to sort of get into the minds of people and what they're thinking, because not everything that is done and probably turns out to be wrong, the intention was bad.
Unfortunately, though, we're not measured by intentions in life.
So sometimes you don't have a bad intention, but it just turns out that it wasn't the right thing to do at the time.
Maybe.
But for me, I wanted to hear them because I just needed some extra strength, whatever it took, and I went out there and I threw that javelin. I threw my elbow out. I damaged my ulnar nerve, but I got the medal. Okay. One throw, and I got the medal.
And I guess there's reverse arguments, but I think there was a disappointment. You saw the dejection on those athletes' face.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing, and I can understand very well what they had to go through. But I don't believe they should have been denied their medal. They ran the race, they placed third, but through no fault of theirs.
But it wasn't a complete field. Huh? It wasn't a complete field.
Meaning what? When they ran?
It's four.
But whose fault that was? It wasn't their fault. I am not concerned about who else is in the race, you know. I am going out there to win. And I am going out there as if, listen, I am going out there to run. I don't care who is around me or who is in front of me or who is behind me. I am going out there to get to the finish line first.
So let me ask you, the options. You either take the 45 minutes break that you're entitled to, and we could have rerun the race 45 minutes later when everybody's rested. Or they went to the alternative, of course Grenada didn't protest as far as I'm aware, where the other teams decided it's going to be a time finals. But you would agree, you have to agree, Godfrey, that Grenada was already at an automatic disadvantage because they took the first 100 meters still trying to negotiate to run and not to run. The guy was out of the blocks, he stopped. He took off. He got to the back, down the back stretch, and he's still looking back and asking. And
so yeah, I mean, and that's the point. Clearly, something was wrong.
So couldn't the coaches at some point?
So and I believe the official or officials had ample time to make a decision to stop the race.
Well, maybe it's a good thing. The only saving grace, it happened here, because had it happened in another country, then maybe the argument would have been, well, it's because it's small island and they from who and where. It happened right here.
I mean, look, things happen. Like I said, I don't know. I have not heard the explanation of the officials, what went wrong, or whatever it was. But clearly, our athletes having to practically stop. And that young man must be commended. And probably even more than his other teammates. Because, I mean, having stopped and having to run back so hard to get your team into a position where they can run back into a bronze medal position, that to me is, I mean, you can't beat that.
And it's as deflating as it could be at the end of all of that sort of commitment, only to find out, nada, nothing.
Well, I have a problem there. You're not going to take away my bronze medal. I ran, and I won a bronze.
Well, it would be interesting when you get into official meeting with the organizing committee officials to hear exactly how it pans out.
Because you see, here's the thing: the other athletes who ran in the first part of the race can argue that, hey, if we were involved, we may have run harder, or we have put out more, and you can always argue that you could have beaten the Trinidadian or the other guys,
the Bahamians.
Yeah, you can always argue that, because there is nothing to say that if the race had ran the way it was supposed to, that Grenada may not have won the gold or the silver. There is nothing to say that.
Well, the Jamaicans, again, they dominated for what? These 38 years now. They continue to dominate. Some have argued, you look at the games, Jamaica, perennially, they dominate. Is there much virtue to the way the games in terms of whether or not, is it just an open field for Jamaicans to show off on the rest of the region? Or does it allow for true open competition?
No, I mean, I think the Jamaicans, they do a lot of work. If you follow track and field in Jamaica, you would see, and given that they have a much larger population, they have a lot of meets, there are a lot of clubs. I mean, so track and field is a big thing. They take it very serious. So, you would expect them to do very well. So I'm not surprised that the Jamaicans would always dominate and
one of the things that I saw, though, in some of the body language of some of our athletes, it shows their mental fortitude and preparation where they are. So I saw a couple of junior athletes throwing the javelin, and while it may have been their last throw, they were out of competition. They just went up in this lethargic, nonchalant way. Whereas you look at some of the other athletes, final throw, they know they're not in contention to make round 2, but they are going. You saw it in them. You know what? My final throw, but I'm going to give it my all.
But you see, well, Joe, I'll tell you, these things, all of these things should be taken into consideration, during training. These are things that your coaches and the people who are working with the athletes, it's not just the physical part of it. There's also the psychological aspect of this that is very, very important. Getting the athletes in the right frame of mind, getting them to understand that even if you're losing, you must be able to hold yourself together and go out there and give the best that you have. So it's a lot involved. Being successful as an athlete, it's not just going on a track and running and doing starts and doing battle passing or doing strength training. There's a lot. The psychological aspect of this thing is very, very, very important.
It's very important, but with that being said, while we say this on the heels of our disappointment, again, we say kudos to Grenada for a terrific hosting of CAIFTA 2024. Batons passed on to Trinidad and Tobago, and to all of the athletes, to young Madeline, Christoph, of course, Grenada's lone goal in there. We say congratulations to the entire team. It wasn't perfect, however, it only serves as a measuring stick for greater things to come. With that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Here's what we're going to do when we come back. We are going to rock the box. We're getting ready. I can't wait for when we get inside the Progress Park, when the rest of us, takes on the rest of them on their home turf. You know what I'm talking about. Godfrey's going to say nothing. We'll be right back.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box.
Keeping up with the kids' growth spurts might mean it's time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we got you. Or maybe you're ready to turn your home entertainment up a notch? That means a larger TV and soundbar? We got you. Excited about making your new home feel more like you? We've got you. Need a better mattress for more restful sleep? We've got the size and comfort that's right for you. So shop today and pay later. Whatever you need, we've got you. Quartz, bringing value home.
On Saturday, May 4th, there will be a shift on the island as the biggest grilling fest in Grenada moves to the Big Parish. The Maggie King of the Grill competition is at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Come taste the most sumptuous creations from the grill as top chefs and food enthusiasts showcase their culinary skills. Maggie King of the Grill is a festival like no other, with live soca music, fun attractions, and games for the entire family. Then from 6 p.m., get a chance to win up to $5,000 cash and bingo. Interested vendors and grillers should call 456-3454 to register before March 31st. It's the Maggie King of the Grill competition at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Gates open from 12 noon. Bring your appetite and stay tuned to this station for more details.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
We say, yeah, GBN we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box we say, I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say, I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say, we'll be jamming here on a Thursday, 8:30 we tuning in.
Welcome back, it's your boy JC, Godfrey on the inside. We're coming to you live from our studios up here at Observatory Road, the place that we affectionately call the Icebox. If you're not sure why it's called the Icebox, well, Zafir, that you wouldn't get enough time to find out this Friday night because you're not in here. Folks, we're getting ready for King of the Grill, 5th of May, inside of Progress Park. The clarion call is out for the grillers. And the grill is really the competition, Godfrey. It's the focus, it's the heart of King of the Grill. But take away the grillers. There's so much more that King of the Grill has to offer for families and folks and supporters. So there's always the kiddies activities for the kids. There's going to be a $5,000 bingo, Godfrey, on the evening. I am trying to figure out how, if somebody could tell me, how do I get to be part of that $5,000 bingo, Godfrey? I'm trying to figure it out. How do I get in?
How you get in?
Yeah.
You won't.
I won't.
No.
It's not possible.
No.
It's not possible. Can I be a vendor though?
Yes, you can. I mean, most definitely. You can come and vend. However, whatever monies you make, it would come back to the organization.
You're not feeling well, are you? You feel warm on the forehead?
A little.
Yeah, it shows. So, is that the general?
Well, there's a reason for that, you know. Some of the things you're saying, it's kind of giving me like a queasy feeling. I see a lot of funny things in your mouth.
But folks, seriously, seriously. So there is a competitors. You're registered to compete for the coveted title of King of the Grill.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
This year, Godfrey, they, as per usual, they competing this year for the title, and there is cash and other prizes.
Indeed.
Is that correct?
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
So there's cash and other prizes.
Yes.
Right. And there's also opportunities for grillers, for vendors.
Yes, to come in and
What can I vend? Just chicken and chips or?
Yeah, of course. There are people who come in and do barbecue as well. So the registration is different. So if you're coming just to vend, that's one thing. But if you're in the competition, of course, there's a few more perks involved there because you get clothed. You have your Maggie T-shirts, your aprons, your caps, all of these things, plus your Maggie products, products from Paper Products, Rubies, all of that, it will be available. But if you're just coming to vend, then you'll pay your vending registration and you do your vending.
And the vending, whether it's popcorn, snow corn,
yes,
you sell toys,
roast
breadfruit with fried saltfish. I in on that.
Roast breadfruit. You want to tell you? Roast breadfruit is smoky rain by you.
Hello, I want fried saltfish. Or is it that folks in St. Andrews don't know how to prepare fried saltfish?
My people, I mean, so what do we say?
That's all you all know. They just smoke.
What do we say? What do we say to this guy?
So my appeal now, I got to get somebody from St. George that could go to Grenville. I want roast breadfruit with fried saltfish.
I mean, we give you what we want, you know. But you see, you have to understand the culture of the thing.
That's what I want.
So then you smoke heroin.
Okay. You know what? I don't want to argue with you in my old age and raise my blood pressure. I really truly don't have time for that. Smoke heroin.
You see, and that's the thing. Earlier on, you were asking about skill in roasting breadfruit. I mean, and
I submit there's no skill to it.
You are so far removed.
Just bury the breadfruit and let it roast.
You just what?
Just bury it and let it roast.
You bury it?
Yeah, some people do different skills. Whether you want to get your coconut hulks, put it in there, or there are those who would roast it, you bury it and let it stay there and you roast.
Bury it where?
In the earth with the fire. Am I too much above your head? I've not yet a skill for you to learn.
Oh yes, you way above.
Way above your head?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, folks, that's way above Godfrey's head. But if you're there and you want to register, give us a call. And I don't want folks, again, we want to make the appeal that folks do not wait until the last
No, please
minute.
Please don't. I mean, like in everything else, we can only accommodate so much. So we're appealing to people to, register early. Call 456-3454, or you can call the GBN for 440-3033 or 440-2446. Get registered. You most likely hook up with Joe, and he'll be able to give you all the information that you need so you can organize. Joe, let me tell you something. I have a special griller from Tivoli.
Yeah, who's
coming
that?
down.
Really?
A female griller. And she tell me.
I'm scared.
She tell me.
I'm scared.
She say, listen.
Right. This
year, St. Andrew is going to put out the queen of the grill.
Yeah.
Yvonne Bowler.
Yeah. Well, Yvonne really bold to say that. She bold.
Well, of course, she has to be bold. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't stop her. It's a free country. She's open to express herself.
Yvonne is original. When talking about serious barbecue. Have you had any? I think you met Yvonne, right? In one of your outings.
Tivoli, just by the outside the bakery.
Yeah, that's
right. Yeah, I met her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what she says. So she's coming down.
Oh yeah,
she's coming.
Yeah, she's coming down.
Okay.
She'll be there.
Let them come. Let her come.
In fact, she tell me, she say, if Joe Friday, she coming down since Friday and set up camp.
While we at that door, while on the road, Godfrey, there's been varying schools of thought as to what is that secret to the best barbecue. Some argue it is ensuring that the meat is well marinated, or as they say, you make sure you kusume. Yeah, I know you said Andrew, you say kusume. Yeah, right. I say marinate. Right. Some argue that it's just the sauce. Some argue. A guy said, I met him. What's his name? He says it's the particular wood that you use for the coals that gives that great flavor. So there's these individual schools of thought, but I'm one that's more want to believe it's a combination of all three.
You mean for a good barbecue?
A good barbecue. Well seasoned. Well, get the sauce right and make sure
I'll tell you this. And I'm not taking away anything from all that's been said. Of course, everyone have their own little thing. But I can tell you, the real secret to the best barbecue is Maggi seasoning. If you do not have the Maggi seasoning, the Maggi products in there, you're gonna just always find that something is missing.
And that is one of the main criteria for the competition. You must.
And that's it. And here's the thing about it. And that is not by chance, because we want that when the thousands of people come to Progress Park, that whoever they purchase the barbecue from, that taste would remain with them until next year King of the
Even if it's somebody from St. George?
Well, if St. George's people understand the importance of using Maggie.
They do.
They do.
We do understand the importance.
Let me get him a thing. But you'll be surprised. I'll tell you something, Joe. You'll be surprised because people in the outer parishes, and I'm being serious here, people in the outer parishes, they have a special kind of knack when it comes to taste.
Is it because they focus on
and this thing, it's not by chance, because it goes back to the old days from learning from your grandparents. I don't know. Have you noticed when if you eat food from our senior citizens, it has a very unique taste about it, you know.
Granny's cooking is always the best.
Yes, and that's the thing about us in the outer parishes. So that has come along with us.
I think,
and we've been able to hold on to it and apply that in our preparations.
And I mean, it's true. You get a yard fowl. You cook a yard fowl on the stove.
But hold on. Let me just correct you. We don't use the term yard fowl anymore.
What do you call them?
Yardie.
Yardie?
Yeah, yardie.
Okay.
Yeah, yard fowl has become obsolete.
Obsolete?
We don't use that anymore.
Right. So
you
just call it yardie.
You cook a yardie, yeah.
So, and you would agree that when you cook your yardie, if it's cooked on cylinder, using one of our gas from one of our local, well, from Rubis in this case, you taste the same, you do the same cooking on firewood, the experience is totally different.
It is, and I think you mentioned earlier that someone told you, depending on the type of wood.
Yeah.
And you have different wood that you can use, and if you don't use the right wood, the result will not be the same.
As you say that, interestingly, you say that though. The winners from last year, and they haven't yet decided if they're coming on board, they did barbecue in a unique way. Most Grenadians, they would flame up, chicken on top, fire blazing. What they did though, they did not use the blaze. So there's a fire just enough that they control it. Put the chicken on the grill, and at the top, they had Borden, one of these local spices on top of it. So it gets the heat, but as it burns and you get the aroma, it just fuses it. It just gives it, and they're the ones that actually won last week. Last year, the meat took longer to prepare.
So there we go again, Joseph. Let's put this into context.
And they were from St. George, though.
Right, but let's put it in the context. Yes. Where do you get Borden and spice and things like that?
In tongue. And you can't tell me I lie, you know.
No.
I got in St. George.
I did not say that you lie.
I can go right to Mardi Gras right there. Hi, Ruth. My sister. Right to Mardi Gras right there.
I didn't say you lie.
Yeah, I can't lie.
I can guarantee you that when you want Borden and spice and all them kind of different wood, St. Andrew.
You know what, folks? We have about 10 minutes left in the program, and I really am getting at my wits' end with Godfrey. I want somebody to either tell me I'm right or tell Godfrey he's wrong. 440-1252.
While we wait on that, I just want to shout out all the workers at Grain Paper Products. They quarrel. They say we don't tell them hello, and they always locked in. So we had to say good night to our good friends Daisy and Rachel and Alma and Lynette and Marian and Jennifer and Stacy and Selena and all the wonderful people on it.
All the wonderful folks inside.
And we know you guys listen, especially Daisy. Daisy always locked in.
Daisy sung as
Daisy, good night to you.
She sung as though she's the one that was started Bacchanal.
No, boy.
No? Not she, Marietta?
Alma.
Alma? Most Almas are normally nice. Nice people. Not that
I mean, yeah, nice. But however, when you come to Bacchanal, you know, yeah, so David, whatever I saw about Bacchanal.
A Bacchanal woman?
Well, he's not Bacchanal the whole before Alma. But Alma, good night.
To you, wherever you are, folks, you want to say thanks to you.
Alma is in Boca. So good night to the folks in Boca. But yes, indeed.
Well, we want to shout out to our folks from inside of Independence Agency.
Yes,
we
indeed.
talked about Maggie. So Maggie's for the seasoning. But Independence Agencies, they are the sauce, and they are indeed the agents for Hunts and Swiss products.
Yes. The Mambo. The everything sauce.
The Mambo sauce we had last week.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
no, that Mambo sauce, it is transformative. That's just what I want to say.
Hold on. Dilo was telling me something there, boy. This is not a word for me. That Mambo sauce, he mint.
The Mambo sauce mint.
He mint.
Are they suggesting that it's going to mint
listen.
the English language?
Let's not even try to figure out what I mean. I just tell you what he said. He mint.
So someone say bad. Dillo says
he mint.
We're not going to try to unravel exactly.
They don't say that Mambo. That mint.
But in all seriousness, I mean, it has just a transformative agenda. It doesn't matter what you put it on. It just look, the lady will say from Miss Panchu from Choose.
Yes.
And she was saying,
I want to choose, you know.
You went to choose?
Oh yes, I want to choose.
And what did you choose while you were there?
I choose some crispy chicken.
We have a caller on the line, Godfrey. Good evening, caller. Hello, caller. 440-1252. I think we lost that.
Yeah, we lost that call.
440-1252. We read it.
I need somebody from Big Parish to call.
You can tell them where to call.
Now.
You can tell them where to call from. They call from anywhere.
Listen. When I speak to my people, they listen, and I want someone from Big Parish.
I'm going to call in.
From Big Parish to call right now.
I was
call the phone. The number is 440-1252, and let us just. Give Joseph something to go home and
Glenda Batiste call
and think.
Somebody just call. Anybody. Let me give away tickets to Reggae Fest.
Reggae Fest? Anthony B? Nobody want to read them. Listen. Anthony B, that's my man. Performance, I mean, you just can't beat Anthony B.
Nobody wants to plant the corn.
But everybody wants to read the band.
Yeah, look, to be king of the grill,
wine and roses for my...
According to, can we say that Reggae Fest is going to be mint?
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be mint. But it'll be mint if they sell a 2 ticket.
Folks, while we
it'll be Minta.
It'll be Minta or Mintia. Remind you, folks, there is Salaka
and Riverside tomorrow. Doc, in fact, folks, let me tell you, GBN is going to be up there.
Yes.
And Doc is going to be up there. So on We Culture, we will be doing a live link up with Doc from Riverside. And I want to say a special good night to people like Anne-Marie and others who's been holding this thing together for years. It came way back from the great-grandparents, parents, all the way down. I also want to shout out Miss Crystal in Glassy, Mr. Dabrio. Let me tell you something. Nobody can make dumpling like Mr. Dabrio.
Well,
Mr. Dabrio does make, let me tell you, when Mr. Dabrio make a dump, 1 pound of flour making 1 dumpling.
That's a dump.
Yeah, that's a young bread. Mr. Dabrio does make the meanest pea soup. And listen, this is serious thing. I'm telling you that. They was cooked by Miss Crystal. You know Miss Crystal?
Tanty Crystal. Help me if I know Tanty Crystal.
You know Taylor?
Taylor's my cousin. he just saw the pants I wearing.
He just say the pants wearing. Did you take your measurement?
Listen. I just had to pass. He actually remembered me from the last time when he saw me last year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you see, that is it with you. I just called Taylor and he make my clothes. I just called
Your hair lie?
But no, I just called Taylor. I said, Taylor, and listen, when I call him, I don't tell him what I want you to. He know, once I call him, he know if it's a shirt, a pants, or whatever.
And you know if it's a shirt, jacket, or a long sleeve?
No, he knows.
Just by the tone of your voice.
He knows. But let me tell you, the real thing starts with Miss Crystal. When you end, if you coming from River Twine.
Hold on, no. That's probably Miss Crystal. Let's call in there.
Nah, Miss Crystal ain't call it. Right? Miss Crystal organize it.
We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Hello. You sung a bit. I think you're underwater. Say that again.
I said this call coming from Big Parish.
Okay,
but of course, what do you expect? It has to come from Big Parish.
What do you want to say?
Talk to us. Yeah, well, like we say, I can't know. If you get a food that cooked from the block from St. George's and you get one from St. Andrews, it tastes totally different than water.
But you ain't lying. It tastes better from tongue. You're right.
I never said that. You said that.
You say it tastes better.
And time for me, please.
But he's right. He said it tastes better.
Caller, I still want to correct you, because you say if you taste a food that come from the block in St. George's and the block is in Andrew, St. George's don't know block.
How do you mean we don't have block?
Where's that again, block? St. George's don't know about block. Why you come talking about block?
Gravel and concrete.
You're so right.
Well, yeah. Biscuit block?
We have gravel and concrete. We have Sandino. Maybe we don't have block.
Well, let me tell you something. Block is unique, and all of these cultural things are unique to St. Andrew. And of course, well, the upper part of the country, the outer parishes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But that's the point. You wouldn't understand because you're from town, Joe.
Hello?
You still there?
Yeah.
You saying?
And every young fella, any young fella from the country, which is St. Andrews, could cook for anybody to eat and tasty food.
Well, then I must be from St. Andrews then.
I don't know. You figure that out.
Excellent call.
Anyhow, good night.
Good night.
He started to change allegiance now.
But listen to me. I don't know about you on the block. I grew up on the south of the island, Grandad. Remember the days when Grandad was referred to as the bush and the desert? Right outside Miss Dawn's shop, Dawn Lent. We grew up right as most on the block. Next to the Briar, way in front, the Briar behind. The drive-in right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
What Briar do with block?
The block was right there.
Bro, you can't Briar. Block can be by Briar.
The Briar was behind.
Bro, prickler in Briar.
You know what? You just
Joe, let me tell you something. The bottom line is, listen, and a very good indicator for that is for you to go to Riverside tomorrow and you'll understand why and how people up that side are better cooks. Stop by Miss Crystal and taste the pea soup.
Right.
Go up on the hill by Phobos and them up there, and you're going to get a next pea soup, wicked. Then you pass across by the late spaceman, and then you go across by Anne-Marie, you go across by Zeta, and then across the junction. Bro, let me... Folks, you know we're out of time. Because this man started me up here and I ready to go.
You're big, you're bad on your bowl.
I ready to go.
You're big, you're bad on your bowl. Folks, the excitement in his way. We're getting ready for the Maggie King of the Grill. Progress Park, we are coming your way. We still have a few slots that's available for the grillers. Reminding you, you're competing for the coveted title of the King, the Maggie, not just any king or queen of the grill. The Maggie/King or Queen of the Grill. Yvonne? Yvonne. You know what's going to be the most heart-rending thing? Again?
What?
When we come with the posse. I hope you all brace yourselves. Progress Park, we come in.
St. George's, we waiting.
Let them come, let them come. Come on, from all the villages, we'll meet you all in Progress Park.
Hello, Paradise River big, you know. And that is a kind of funny river. That river does get stupid.
Folks, it's the Maggie King of the Grill. It's happening.
But hold on, before we go, we must shout out Susan Douglas. Susie's right after the bridge there. The best roast corn, the best boiled corn, Susan. You can't go wrong. Right in the junction there. You can't go wrong.
My mother, may her soul rest in peace, she told me there's some things in life when you know what you know, the Mr. Ashby said, you don't argue about it.
That's right. Susan, good night. And good night to all the wonderful folks up so. We're ready for them.
Progress Park, we are coming, but don't you forget that you're interested in grilling, make sure you be part of the conversation. 440-2446. The extension is 238 or 244, or just call 456-3454. I'll answer you. You call me and I send you your registration form. That's why we make it so easy for you to Godfrey. Once you call, if I'm on the road, I send you your registration form for
right away.
Right there and then. Life made easy.
Just like that.
Just like that. It's going to happen. Tomorrow, Salaka inside of Riverside. By the way, you didn't before we go. Cricket. How did cricket go last week? Or what's happening this weekend?
The cricket? Which cricket?
Godfrey, Condon, you're a fraud.
I am.
The cricket you told us about last week. That was starting.
Oh, man, ask me about the fun day, man. You think about cricket, when you talk cricket, I think it is West Indies I lose.
Why would I talk about West Indies?
Man, listen, man. It was super.
Yeah?
Laughing at, oh yeah, man, it was super.
I don't talk about West Indies. After an experience like this, West Indies doesn't become part of the company.
Let me tell you something. My team didn't even get to play. I mean, you had so much. Yeah, listen, you had people up there. I just say, you know what? Instead of we go in and just win, let them young fellas have a ball of a time, enjoy themselves. So my team didn't play. We just stood on the outskirts. We had a lot of fun. We eat, we drink. We clap, we make noise, and then, you know.
Godfrey, for all of that, I wanted to tell you something, but I can't say it on national TV.
Oh, that.
Look some toilet paper. You're full of... Folks, this is France. We can take you. We got it ready for King of the Grill. Progress Park. Here we come 4th of May. To all of our sponsors, we say thanks to Maggie. Thanks to Rubis. Thank you to Grenada Bottling Company. Thanks to the Grenada Paper Products. Paper Products, as well as the folks from Independence Agencies. Wishing you all the best, folks, as we plan. Get it ready for King of the Grill. But before that, the road stops inside of Riverside tomorrow for Salaka. Godfrey says it.
That's right.
Salaka. I
Salaka.
say Saraka. What says you? I'm out of here. See you guys.
All the best, folks.
Rock the box, there's the spot. Want to know which music in tongue poppin'? Rock the box, there's the spot where we...
Biggest grilling fest in Grenada moves to the big parish. The Maggie King of the Grill competition is at Progress Park St. Andrew. Come taste the most sumptuous creations from the grill as top chefs and food enthusiasts showcase their culinary skills. Maggie King of the Grill is a festival like no other, with live soca music, fun attractions, and games for the entire family. Then from 6 p.m., get a chance to win up to $5,000 cash in bingo. Interested vendors and grillers should call 456-3454 to register before March 31st. It's the Maggie King of the Grill competition at Progress Park St. Andrew. Gates open from 12 noon. Bring your appetite and stay tuned to this station for more details.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the